Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you're on Prime Time Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these. Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? How about it seems like that Devin Haney and Tank fight is really what the fighters want next. Wow. That's the reason why we haven't heard too much about the Kambosos Devin Haney part 2. Is because the networks know that it didn't do as good as it would do the first fight, and a second fight would definitely be a serious money loss? I'm betting so, because I'm thinking that the Australian event with George Kambosos in the hometown, I don't think that went that well. I don't think it sold out as much as it needed to sell out. I don't think that it brought in the revenue that it needed to bring in on the pay-per-view. We still haven't heard from those numbers yet. But what I'm saying is that George Kambosos really isn't a big name. He made a big money grab, yes. He got him a big money grab and a big payday. Good for him. Kudos. But that's probably all he gonna get, because the networks is not gonna go in debt with paying you for a fight that's not gonna bring back the revenue that it needs to bring back. And with that performance, it just kind of showed that you were outclassed and you were outskilled by Devin Haney, and you could not answer any of Devin Haney's fight styles, as far as with that jab and moving in with your power shots. So that fight right there is probably off the table for this year. Now, what is on the table is that, hey, we got Bill Haney and Coach Calvin Ford on the same call talking to each other about their fighters fighting. Now, that right there is huge. You don't hear Devin Haney and Kambosos going back and forth. You don't even hear Kambosos' name. But what you do hear is you heard Tank Davis after his fight with Rolly Romero, where he got that knockout, knocked dude out, and he fell into the ropes like Rey Mysterio. So, you know, hey, so even with all of that happening, now we have Bill Haney and Coach Calvin Ford on a phone call to each other, talking to each other. Well, not a phone call, actually video chat. And they're talking face to face. You know, it was kind of funny at first, because Bill Haney he didn't show his face or whatever. And Coach Calvin Ford was like, man, I want to talk to the man. You know, I don't want to talk to no white dot. That was funny. It was on the Rise podcast, by the way, a podcast that Coach Calvin Ford started with a few of his friends and Coach Kenny. And so, you know, the good thing about it is that they are having this dialogue now. You know, this is everything, because this is where the real fights get made, is when you have two of the coaches, the managers, whatever have you, want to say whatever they want to say. They can do it without being sanctioned or whatever the case may be. Because for one, Tank Davis' contract ran out, so he's now a free agent, kind of like what Terrence Crawford is. And, you know, with free agency, you got more leeway, more room to do what you want to do, say what you want to say, talk to who you want to talk, make the fights happen that normally wouldn't happen if you had somebody else on your side. Now, question is that Devin Haney is now signed with Bob Arum. And Bob Arum don't like Mayweather at all. So is that going to pose a problem with this fight getting made? Will we see a Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia first? That's kind of what I think, to be honest with you. Because with Devin Haney signing that 3-fight deal, for whatever fight deal with Bob Arum and Top Rank, you know, that kind of puts him at a disposition to where you kind of have to verse with Top Rank first before it's actually signed off on. Now, Tank Davis is in a good position because he don't have to go through all that. But what Bill Haney said was so instrumental in this fight getting made. For real. And, you have to listen. You have to be a good listener. You can't always run your mouth. A lot of people were running their mouth, over-talking Bill Haney, things of that nature, not letting him really get out what he wanted to get out. But I heard the most important part of that discussion. And that discussion is that, hey, if the fight really want to get made, well, first of all, Calvin, forward like, well, y'all got to work out y'all situation over there with Kambosos, because y'all got that situation going on. And Bill was like, hold up. Now, really, it ain't a situation, you know what I'm saying? Because if Tank really want to fight, then Tank can go and get it mandated to become Devin Haney's mandatory. And all he got to do is just go in and put in that request for it. WBA, then they will reach out to Kambosos people, ask them what type of step-aside money, or either they will make an offer of step-aside money to Kambosos, and therefore, he would probably accept, slide to the side, take that little extra bread, let Tank and Devin Haney hatch out their issues, see who's the best of the best in the lightweight division, and go from there. Double back to Kambosos or fight Ryan Garcia. But like Mr. Primetime over here, when I do my research tells me 9 times out of 10, this fight is not going to get made unless Tank asked to be a mandatory. Because remember, Devin Haney signed a 2-3 fight deal with top-ranked Bob Arum. Remember? So basically, with that all being said, they're gonna have to go through Bob Arum to get this fight done. And Bob Arum don't like Al Heyman or Mayweather, because Mayweather was one of Bob Arum fighters. He left Bob Arum, and basically said Bob Arum ain't try to help his career at all. He made more money on his first fight than he did his whole career with Top Rank and Bob Arum. So I don't really see that fight really coming to fruition, but hey, it possibly can. Honestly, I see Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney first before, or Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis first, but I don't see a Devin Haney versus Tank Davis this year, honestly. I mean, hey, it could be. Bill Haney, he even said he's very optimistic the fight will get done. I'm optimistic as well, but just the win is the question, because, like I said, you got Bob Arum sitting on the other side of Devin Haney and Bill Haney, and he don't really get along with Mayweather. Now, hey, when the fighters want the fights get made, but it's up in the air. It really is. Just because there's so many moving pieces that got to be put in place, like Coach Calvin Ford said, before this fight can even come to fruition. And I know it will eventually, but just the win is the question. So anyway, that's all I got for you in this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest video here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website, primetimetalktv.com, and cop you some merch. Some hot merch up there, y'all. Peace.